Hello my 3D printer peeps, I'm here with the H2D and today we are going to perform the XYZ and lifting rail maintenance, that is cleaning and lubrication. According to the Bambu Lab Wiki, the H2D, C, and S are virtually identical for this process. So grab your H series printer, everything you see here, and let's get this over with. I am using one ZEP spray bottle with IPA. Mine is 99%. Use whatever IPA you have available. One Scott's Blue shop cloth, 1 or 2 cheap paintbrushes, Lucas Oil White Lithium Grease NLGI number 2 as recommended by Bambu, 1 dull-tipped syringe, and a bottle of Super Lube Lightweight Oil ISO 68, also recommended by Bambu. 1 pair of Grease Monkey gloves, quality towels, and a quality spray bottle will make maintenance in your 3D printing workshop so much easier and less stressful. If you don't believe me, spend some time with a cheap spray bottle and you'll go ahead and want a ZEP. You're welcome in advance. Links are in the description. Using my links helps me afford to make these videos. With the build plate on, place a blue shop cloth on top. Yes, the build plate on. Build plates are easy to replace and cheap to buy. The magnetic hotbed underneath, not so much. If you are to accidentally soil or damage something, make it your build plate. We will start here on the X linear rail. Begin by grabbing your tool head and moving it over. With an IPA-soaked shop towel, wipe down the linear rail, being sure to get inside the little groove on the top and the bottom. Move the tool head back and forth all the way a few times. Grab your Super Lube and use the syringe to draw some oil out of the tube. Place the syringe in the channel you just cleaned and squeeze a bead of oil. Move the tool head back and forth. Add some oil to the other side where the tool head was parked and do it again. Do this again in the channel on the underside. Don't overdo it. Just a really light bead. And move the tool head back and forth. Do it again where the tool head was parked and move the tool head. If you have any drip, replace the blue cloth. Next up, the Y-axis rails. Grab your tool head and push it all the way back. Using an IPA-soaked shop cloth, clean that rod. Do this on both sides. Then move the tool head forward and back a couple of times and do it again. With the tool head forward, be sure to clean the back end of that rod. Again, on both sides. After the cleaning, move the tool head, grab that syringe, and apply a bead of oil. Move the tool head, and oil the rest of that rod. I'm doing this on camera. You're going to do a better job getting even coverage of that oil. Don't forget both sides, moving the hot end all the way front and all the way back. Next up is the lead screws and rods on the Z-axis. There are 3 lead screws and 3 rods. In order to get access to these rods and screws, as well as to spread the oil and grease, we will need to move the bed. Turn the machine on and utilize the screen. Here at the screen, press the sideways hamburger, press the motion button, and press down 10 until the hotbed is all the way down. With the hotbed all the way down, we now have access to the lead screws and the rods. 2 on each side and 2 in the rear. This is the lead screw, this is the rod. I will do this once and you will repeat it for all 3. Using an IPA-soaked shop towel, gently wipe this lead screw. It will likely be disgusting. Be careful not to shed the cloth on the lead screw. That's why we use something quality like a Scott's shop cloth, meant for work like this. Swap out your cloth with a new soaked cloth and do it again. Get as far down and as close to the print bed as possible. Once you have done all 3, do the same for all 3 rods. Get in there good because it can get disgusting. Cleaning the rear rod can be difficult. You are going to use a scissor position on your fingers like this. To reach back here, grab the rod, scissor, clean. Mine was disgusting. Next up, grab your brush and your lithium grease. Brush the lithium grease onto the lead screws. Don't go overboard. This will easily spread across those threads when we move the print bed. Do this for all 3. Please be careful not to get the grease on the rods, especially the one in the rear. Be extra careful getting behind that rod to the lead screw without getting grease onto the rod. With all 3 done, use the screen to move the print bed all the way up. When you get to the top, switch to +1 rather than +10 because the printer does not have a sensor and it will continue to grind at the top. Once at the top, bring it back down again. This is also a good time to catch that last inch. Again, before getting all the way down, switch from 10 to 1 because the printer will grind at the bottom. When I say 10 or 1, I mean right here, moving the hotbed up 10, up 1, or down 10, or down 1. Next up is the extruder lifting rail. Grab your tool head and move it to a comfortable working position. Remove the tool head by pinching the top and pulling forward. I simply positioned my print head up here over the rail. We need to remove the left nozzle. Reach behind the machine, grab the tab, and move the flow blocker to the right nozzle. Remove the silicone boot from both nozzles. Open the tabs and remove the nozzle. We will now remove this screw, and this screw. On some models, there is a 4th screw right here. If yours has it, remove that one too. You will use a 0.2 hex key to remove the screws. I am using a $10 Depot of Home screwdriver kit. Pay attention, press this lever up, press the filament cutter, and remove that assembly. This is what we're looking at right here. Get in there and clean it up. I am going to use a Q-tip because I'm really not sure how else they expect us to get in there and clean this. Using the syringe and oil, put a little bit of oil on both sides of this little miniature linear rail. Grab the flow blocker lever and move it up and down. This part is super confusing. Here on this assembly, in the back, hides the filament cutter. It's right here. Keep this cutter in place. Position it like this. Depress this lever. Depress the cutter assemblies and work this assembly back into position. Slowly release the cutter arms until it snaps fully into place, and the cutter arms should both function. Moving this arm slightly in and out to get the proper alignment will make the difference in getting this fully seated. Replace the 3 or 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, and possibly on some models, 4. Replace the nozzle. Replace the silicone sock. Replace the tool head. And you're done. Turn the machine on and touch into this menu. Touch into nozzles and extruders. I manipulated the flow blocker in order to move the tool head up and down. If you did not do this, you will need to do that now. Even if you did do this, it's not a terrible idea. You will press right, left, right, left. As you might have heard, on my first attempt, it was a little tight. After a couple of movements, it's loosened up nicely, and it sounds good. Move it left and right 4 or 5 times. Once you've done this, click right here into the gear icon, touch into the toolbox, touch into XY axis cleaning, touch complete, touch complete, touch into lead screw lubrication, touch complete, touch complete. We have now reset our maintenance protocols on the machine. Congratulations, you've survived the lubrication process. Please run a full calibration and get back to enjoying your printer. I'm Mr. Greg, and you're on 3D Rundown.